Welcome back from Palmerston North. A beautiful, almost a spring-like day in Palmerston North today. Let's head to Central Otago. There we find the GM of PGG Wrightson Real Estate, Peter Newbold. He truly lives in paradise. And Peter, you tell me Central Otago is spring-like today as well.
Yeah, look, it's been the most amazing winter so far. Well, we haven't really had a winter. We haven't had a storm. It's been mild conditions, not too many frosts, so I don't think anyone can complain really, other than maybe the ski fields. But farmers generally, I'd say, are in a fantastic space as we head into spring.
What about the real estate market? Because there's a lot of interest in sheep and beef at the moment. We're seeing some really good prices for horticulture land, but the real elephant in the room is the dairy land. And the elephant in the dairy land room, I'm getting too many elephants into the sentence, Peter, but it's too late, is the indebtedness of the industry.
Yeah, and I think it probably goes back to that time where, everyone was working in that capital gain story. And I guess that stopped. There's buyers out there, but they're going to be buying on different terms. And, it becomes more of a yield situation. So I think for dairy to start gaining a bit more momentum, there needs to be a change in values. We're already seeing that. And I guess spring this year will be a good barometer on where those values sit.
Andy Thompson tells me, not that I always listen to what Andy Thompson says, but he reckons there's some great buying on the West Coast at the moment, now that they've sorted out Westland Dairy, now that they've got some certainty around the future of their, well, it was a co-op, it's bought by the Chinese, of course, but it becomes a straight-out yield story, and the information I'm hearing is some of those dairy farms, for instance, on the West Coast are yielding 7, 8, 9, maybe 10%. That's good in anyone's book.
Yeah, I think it's fantastic for them on the coast there, and takes a lot of heat off them. And even if you transfer that over to the Canterbury or North Otago, etc., the same thing is being achieved. It just comes down to what sort of level of debt you're carrying. So I think that's probably the key thing there. But if you look at the prices that are being achieved, then it's a good industry to be in if you can purchase it at the right price.
What's happening with sheep and beef?
It's been pretty steady. We're seeing quite a bit of activity brewing for the spring. And again, it sounds like I'm a salesperson, but I'm not. There's just a lot of activity going on at the moment around appraisals, and a number of listings are being lined up for the spring. And that's right through the country, but I guess it's probably happening faster and in a quicker space in the deep south. So, I think we're going to see some good activity come into the spring if what we're seeing at the moment is going to turn into reality.
What's happening with horticulture? We saw the example last week of Craigmore Sustainables buying the dairy farm in Kerikeri and they're going to convert it to kiwi fruit. Do you see more of that happening?
Yeah, I actually think, this last year, the volume of horticultural sales slowed a bit. We'd had such a run for 2 or 3 years, but I think that's going to change this coming year, and I think we're going to see more sales. The values are going to be up there, and that comes back to what you were just mentioning. There's going to be more land use change, and there's going to be more investment in that sort of what I call north of Taupo area, where you'll see horticulture come to the fore. And I think if you look out into the future, I don't think that that marketplace is going to change a lot. I think it's looking really, really positive.
Let's go to the other end of the country, my home province of Southland. And I know that you guys in the real estate industry use Southland as a bit of a barometer. Why is that?
Well, it's interesting. Over the years, it always seems to sort of indicate change. And at the moment, if you speak to our key people like Andrew and co down there, they're seeing, I guess, more interest from their vendors to list their properties. We're seeing a little bit more activity. And if you look out as we closed out, last year, there was quite a few sales taking place. So we're starting to see in the South Island, and which probably, especially in the lower south, a lot more interest in listings, and I think we're going to see more sales. Won't be a boom, but we'll see a larger increase on this previous year.
What's our PGG Wrightson property of the week?
Well, it's in the Wairarapa, actually, near Terenikau, grazing block. It's a great part of the world over there, and 80 hectares. close to Greytown. Just a really nice block, which John Murray's got. I think it's got all those attributes, being close to town, close to Wellington. Probably the size will suit someone as a good runoff block.
Greytown, beautiful little town. I'm driving through there this afternoon, believe it or not, Peter Newbold, on my way home. Listen, thank you very much for your time. I might drive past the PGG Wrightson Property of the Week in the Wairarapa. You enjoy the rest of your day in Central Otago.
Yeah, will do. Thanks, Jamie. Have a good day.